Welcome to Yellow Brick Road. I am Jordan, and today I'm going to talk about my thoughts about last night's debate on CNN. But first, please consider donating to Devon's Journey to Recovery. The GoFundMe link is in the description box. Click the link, read the story, check out the other donations, make a donation yourself. None of the money goes to us, it goes to charity. So when you donate, you're helping someone out, pay their medical bills. In particular, one of our subscribers and his wife. They had an emergency type of scenario, and medical debt can be a motherfucker because they will send sheriffs to your house. Almost like evictions, too. So, yeah. Please, if you have money laying around you want to donate, please go to Devon's Journey to Recovery. GoFundMe link in the description box. Alright. So, I have some news, I guess. We have been copyright claimed by CNN. So, we're basically gone from live streaming for, I think, 90 days. Unless, whoever retracts the copyright. I'm working on it, I guess. Kinda. I'm working on it. So, I'm going to be extra cautious with this video. And what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to play you a very, very small snippet of what happened during the debate. I think one of the biggest portion, the most fireworks, if you will, the biggest part of the debate. Here we go. Here it is.
For I knew that even though some of you supported us, some others were looking at me and thinking, "You're a liar! You're a liar! You know something that you're not telling us, you slimy scumbag liar!"
That's right. Someone actually called Joe Biden a liar, and it was Bernie Sanders. And I want to say, like, oh shit. I didn't know he had, or he hasn't shown the ability to do that. To where it's like, okay, now we're just people now. Now I'm just talking to you as a person. And you seem to lie consistently. And he, for the small portion, when they're talking about the Social Security and Medicare cuts, it's like, oh, Bernie said, fuck that, fuck the idea that we're on CNN, fuck the moderators, fuck the cameras. I'm gonna turn and look at you. And I'm like, so you didn't say this. There's numerous videos of you saying this, and you're telling me you didn't say this. No, I didn't say that. No. And it's like, oh, this fucking guy's a liar. This dude's full of shit. And in fact, the video before this one, not the live stream, that shit got deleted. Thank you, CNN. But the video I did before this, I talked about, what should Bernie do? And I showed clips of 2016. And I was like, my biggest point was to show a moral separation between you and these people you're dealing with a Hillary Clinton, with a Joe Biden, with a Donald Trump, or whoever else is up there, right? Show that you are standing on the moral high ground. And one of those ways to do it is to show that this dude fucking lies. He's not just making a mistake. It's not a mistake. He's lying. Show everyone that he's lying. It's like, oh, you're lying to try and win. Got it. So that the normal dum-dums that don't pay attention to any of the policy will at least understand, this dude's a liar. So whatever things he promises or whatever, it's that's all up in the air now. Because this dude's a liar. Now, my problem with Bernie's performance was that he laxed after that. He went back to policy. And this dude and Biden could just sit there and lie about it. Right? I've told people that, Bernie going up there and saying, oh, look at the coronavirus and the pandemic we're in right now. Imagine if we had Medicare for all, where people would, they wouldn't have to worry about, losing money or going in debt because of having to get, health care for this virus, because even if the government funded all the treatment and shit for coronavirus, right? It's like wait a minute, if they go in to into the ER, just going into the ER costs money, doesn't it? And what if you go in there and they find out you don't have coronavirus and they're not going to treat you for any of this? Now it's like, oh, well, you still got to pay for your visit. We would have paid for the vaccine if you had the virus, but you don't have the virus, so why are we paying for you? We need to save the money for these other guys. And it's like, oh, shit. I don't even know if that's the case, but it's a scenario I'm throwing out there. So essentially, he's painting the picture, or what I was talking about with people, their idea was like, okay, he needs to paint the picture that Medicare for all. Like, yeah, okay. But more importantly, is he has to show that the other guy's a fucking liar. Because I said Biden would come out and say, what? This is an emergency, and I'll spend all the money I possibly can to make sure everyone's taken care of. That's it. We just take care of it. We make testing free. We make the vaccine free. We'll add a stimulus for the citizens so that if they're out of work, they get compensated. We'll do all of it, right? Not that the viewers and voters of Joe Biden are actually paying attention to policy, anyways. They're either don't pay attention, or they're corrupt assholes that see their interest in Joe Biden's candidacy, or even bigger, their interest in Donald Trump's presidency. Right? Instead of saying like they don't mind Trump, I think they like Trump for their financial reasons, or whatever reasons, for corrupt reasons. Like, oh, we're okay with this. But we can't have this Bernie Sanders guy over here. We can't have this Tulsi Gabbard person over here. We can't have this Mike Gravel person over here. We can't have these people around, because they might tell people if they see something wrong happening. Can't have that around. But yeah. So yeah, I knew Biden would just bullshit and lie through whatever was thrown at him. Bernie could have been like, if we had Medicare for all, we could have halted like the HIV/AIDS epidemic. We could have halted it, stopped it in its tracks, because no one would be afraid to just go to the doctors if they felt, ill or weird. They would, oh, I'm taken care of. I could just go to the hospital, even if I have like little sniffles. Or I get a little tummy ache. I could just go to the doctor because I'm covered by Medicare for all, so I could just do that. Biden would say, well, yeah, you know what? I would cure AIDS. I'd cure HIV/AIDS. I'd cure it. That's right. And he could just say it, repeat it 30 times, say, I'm the guy who was looking for the cure. He'll repeat it over and over again. And there's nothing that will get to the Joe Biden voters unless you show that, like, oh, this guy is notorious for lying to people, saying he would do one thing and then moving the other direction for the sake of winning your votes over. Like, oh, he'll lie to you to get your vote. And that needs to be showcased. And I guess time will tell if Bernie has done enough for that. I won't be able to live stream tomorrow. I don't think I will be. So, I'll be paying attention. Maybe I'll do a video after it's all said and done, but I guess we'll find out. Did that snippet? I think that's the key factor. When you show that he's a liar, when you make a moral discrepancy between the two of you, and say, this guy is dishonest and I'm trying to be honest. Put the shit in the moral realm, and then let the voters be like, oh fuck, this guy's a liar. Why am I voting? And it doesn't matter what race, what as long as they see that, they're like, fuck, what if this guy's a liar? Right? And he stands up and says, oh, Bernie has 9 super PACs. It's like, what? Watch him stumble and stammer away. By the way, the failing mind, the cognitive disintegration, the dementia, whatever you want to call it, didn't really play a factor last night. I mean, there's obvious slip-ups and shit, but I don't look at him misremembering as a slip-up. It's a purposeful lie so that the audience doesn't recognize that this dude is probably a creeper. He's hiding the creepiness, the corruption. He's hiding it. And someone that can get the ear of his audience has to fucking expose it if you want to consider yourself a well-meaning person. Alright, I guess that's it. Alright, hopefully this copyright thing goes away. Yeah, it sucks. 90 days. Fuck. Hopefully that goes away. I don't know, though. Hey, creepers gotta creep, man. They gotta do what they gotta do. What else should I say? Yeah. Other than that, like, I was the first, I don't even know, maybe 15 minutes of the debate. I have no idea the time frame. The early parts in the debate, I was like visibly frustrated. Like, what is this guy fucking doing? Is he trying to lose or something? What's going on with this dude? And then the Social Security Medicare thing happened. And then when I looked at Bernie, turn and look at him, and then he had a different look on his face. Like, fuck, he said something that I guess Bernie took offense to, and then just started going on him. It might have been the super PAC thing. It might have been that. And then Bernie just started letting off on him, like, I'm gonna fuck you up. He should have did it in the opening fucking statement from Biden, saying, well, see, Medicare for all doesn't work. Look at Italy. They had universal health care, didn't stop anything. Like, it's black and white like that. Fuck. It's like, yeah, but their people aren't going to starve if they do get sick. And that's more of the purpose of the Medicare for all thing. Along with some other stuff. But, yeah. That moment when Bernie got pissed and just went after him. Like I said, I don't know. I could be wrong. He could be just putting on an act to make it seem like he's putting up a fight to keep his constituents around so that they vote for Joe Biden. So that he can usher them into Joe Biden's presidential campaign or whatever. Maybe. But I don't know. Just the look on his face, he seemed upset. And he went after him. I'm like, where the fuck has that been? Where the fuck has that been? To where you're just, no matter what the fucking moderator says, no matter what Joe Biden says, like, make sure he answers this first. Did you say this? Are you lying? Like, he didn't call him a liar. He should have. But it's like, that's just an open lie. No, we're going to circle back to it because you still haven't answered the fucking question. Did you say this? I don't know. Tell me what you think. Don't forget to subscribe if you feel like. Don't forget to comment if you feel like. Tell me what you think. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? Was going after Biden's lying the right move? Is that the right thing to do? As far as if he wants to consider himself a leader who's trying to make the world a better place. Like, show that this guy lies. Isn't that important? Don't forget to donate. Devon's Journey to Recovery GoFundMe link in the description box. And with all that said, give this video.
That's what people would say to me. Ah, there goes that murderer! You got away with murder, you murdering, lying waste of life!
It might as well, those two images might as well have been Joe Biden and Barack Obama. It's like perfect. With all that said, give this video a thumbs down.
Say you wanna get in.